Hunt with passion. Never stop casting. Chase the dream. Welcome to Season 4 of Musky Mastery Outdoors. Brought to you by Joe Bucher Outdoors, #1 in big game fish products.
Hey guys, welcome to this quick tips video on this musky segment here today. My apologies to my Musky Mastery subscribers. I'm sorry that I didn't get a video out last week. We had family and friends up all throughout the 4th of July holiday week, so I was just swamped between family stuff and creating, getting out and creating content. So I want to make up for that with getting you a quick video here before we put out another original, Season 4 series video. So today on this quick tip, I want to go over something really important that I tell a lot of my clients, and this is especially important for right-handed casters. Lefties that use right-handed reels, you guys and gals have an advantage over us, but this is a casting tip for muskies that I'm going to talk to you about, okay? Because I would say the great majority of my clients do this. So watch carefully. This is you. This is how most folks cast. Okay? Cast it out. Bait hits the water. Boom. We transition, and if you're lucky, like, see, I just hit some weeds. That's the problem. And that is what may be happening to a lot of you folks out there when you're musky fishing. You may run into a lot of, and you see what I got with this big hook on this Goldilocks double 800 here. I got away with it. I snagged some weeds there. It looks like I'm clean. The problem with that is this. Lure is flying out there, hits the water, 1,000, 2,000, crank. There's some lag time there. That's a problem. And as you just saw right on that demo cast, I hooked weeds immediately. And that's a problem. So how do you get by that as a, especially a right-handed caster? How do you get by that? Lefties that use right-handed reels, you're fine, because you're probably casting with your left hand, your left thumb, on the actual spool, so you're going like this, and right when the lure hits the water, you're ready to go. But right-handed folks, like me, who cast right-handed reels, we're usually using our right hand to cast, like this. And when the lure hits the water, you have a second or two delay, which can cause major issues. So I have developed what I call the hybrid technique, and this is the hybrid technique, okay, for right-handed casters like myself, or if you're lefty out there and you use a left-handed reel. Here's what I do. I cast like this, okay? This is my traditional, like most folks, I cast over the, right over the top, back and forth, okay? But while the lure is flying, okay, I'm gonna show you this right now. And don't watch the lure. I tell my clients, don't watch the lure. Just watch my hands here, okay? As the lure is flying, I'm gonna transition mid-flight. I'm actually gonna have my right thumb on the spool. My right thumb will be in contact with the spool, and I'm gonna change simultaneously. I'm going to have my left thumb on the spool as well, and then I'm going to have my left hand on the spool and on the reel as the lure finishes its flight. This can be kind of tricky to learn how to do it first, but with some practice, you'll figure out the timing. So check this out. Okay? Transition. Look, my left hand's on there. Now, boom, I'm locked up. I'm actually bulging that double 8 right on the surface, and I'm over the top of those weeds. That is the best way to cast, especially blades that are or any type of lure that's sinking. That's the best way to do it, is that hybrid technique. It's a mid-air transition, okay? So watch this again. Watch carefully my hands. Again, I'm going to cast it out, and as the lure is flying, I'm going to, in advance, place my left hand on the reel, and then I'm going to actually thumb the reel. I'm going to thumb the spool with my left thumb instead of my right thumb, and then once the lure hits the water, I'm going to be right on it. So here we go again. Hey, transition. Thumb the spool, and a little actually ahead of schedule on that one, starting the blade, but still, that's the technique. Even with that tactic, at times, you can still have some issues in thick cover. If you don't do that in thick cover and you're casting blades like I'm doing right now, you sometimes really don't even have a chance. You don't have a chance. So again, one last showing here. Take it, load it, blast it out, transition, thumb the spool, and I'm right on it. That is the best way as a right-handed caster to compete with hybrid folks like Joe Bucher. Many of you, my subscribers and viewers, obviously you've seen me on the Fishing with Joe Bucher television show. Joe got on my butt for years fishing together that I wasn't being efficient enough, that I actually should learn how to cast lefty. And I didn't want to cast lefty. I wanted to keep casting right-handed, but so that was my technique that I invented for myself. Now, some of you may already do this out there, but if you don't, and the reason I say this is because most folks that I guide don't do this. I'd say like 90-some% of my anglers do that traditional hits the water, transition over, and you're all gommed up with weeds. So that's it, guys. We're gonna have a full segment out hopefully soon. I've got a pretty busy week here. I've got Mike Richardson coming up about a week from now for Musky Week, which is our big filming week for the year. I have some other very exciting updates that I'll be sharing with all of you pretty soon. But right now, I'm going to get back at it here. We just had sunset. We've got late moon set tonight, so I'm going to see what happens here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that quick tips video here, the quick tips video. And as always, thanks for watching.
You're watching Season 4 of Musky Mastery Outdoors. Be sure to tune in next week for more exciting and educational musky and multi-species action.